Hey guys, Rick at the Rally Sport Direct here, bringing you another episode of What's in the Box. Today we have the Turbosmart dual port compact blow-off valve specific for the Fiesta ST. As you can see, I've got our Fiesta behind me, which means we're going to be installing this today, and I'm so excited. But first, let's go ahead and check out what's included, because this is a little bit different than your standard blow-off valve. So I'm just going to take everything out of the package. We're going to go over it one by one. There we go. Okay. So first of all, let's take a look at the blow-off valve itself. First thing you're gonna notice, it is very small, hence the name compact. Kind of makes sense. It is a dual port blow-off valve, which means 50% of the air will go back to the intake, which is where you want it. 50% will vent to the atmosphere to give you that unique blow-off valve sound. So this is going to be louder than your stock blow-off valve, which, you know, for most of us buying aftermarket blow-off valves, of course we want the benefit, basically reducing compressor surge and just overall better blow-off valve, but this will also give you a nice sound as well. So one thing to mention, the factory blow-off valve is electronically controlled. The ECU actually controls it. So we're going with a mechanical blow-off valve, which of course is regulated by boost and vacuum. So that's why this is included, because we're gonna have to take off the electrical connector from the factory blow-off valve. We're gonna have to crimp these on the wires. And so essentially that's gonna trick the ECU into thinking that it's still there, which is exactly what we want. So we don't throw any check engine lights or have any abnormal engine readings or boost response or anything like that, which I'm not sure exactly what could go wrong, but they've included this just to be safe. And then they give you a, let's call it a map adapter, because we will have to unscrew and remove your factory map sensor. This goes down before it, and then the map sensor goes back down on it. But what this gives you is the ability to run vacuum lines. And then of course they include the barbed nipple fittings, which are going to screw into here. One good thing to note is that if you want to run a boost gauge, which most of us do, this will also have the ability to hook up your boost gauge directly to the nipple fitting here. So they actually include another one, should you want that, which is great because as we know, if any of you guys who have a Fiesta ST, there's really no place to hook up a boost gauge. So this is a fantastic addition to your Fiesta. Of course, they're going to give you all the vacuum line you need and probably some more, some zip ties, and this awesome Turbosmart sticker so you can represent the your favorite company, well, in this case, Turbosmart. So anyway, that's everything that's included with this kit. Overall installation, I'm guessing, will probably take about an hour, maybe a little less, depending on how quick you are. But either way, I'm excited to get this installed, so let's go ahead and get started. So we've just installed the Turbosmart dual port blow-off valve on our Fiesta ST, and I wanted to talk about two things. First one was the installation. Everything was a breeze except for one single bolt, and it was kind of difficult to put back in. Getting it out isn't too bad, but putting it back in proved to be a little bit of an issue. I just, probably took me about 5-10 minutes, but when everything else is going so smoothly, you run into that one problem. It's a little frustrating, but other than that, not too bad, and you'll know what I'm talking about once you actually go to install it. The next thing I want to talk about was the sound. So of course, most of us that are installing a blow-off valve on our car, not only are we wanting that additional benefit of having a better blow-off valve on the car, but we also want a little bit of a sound, right? So compared to the stock valve, you can definitely hear this one. Another cool thing is when you're at idle, it makes a chirping sound. If you just rev it up and let off, it just kind of makes this nice little chirping sound, but under full boost, you get a definitive whoosh. Followed by sometimes a little bit of chirping, actually, but it just sounds really good. It's not too loud, but you can definitely hear it, and that's exactly what I would want out of a blow-off valve, because anytime you're going with a really loud valve, you're generally going fully atmospheric, and any math-based car like this is, you can run into some issues. Basically, it makes the car run pretty rich between shifts. You can cause some hesitation, some idle issues, those type of things. So 50/50 valve, in my opinion, is perfect. You still get all the performance benefits of an aftermarket valve with none of the drawbacks, and you get the sound, which is fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to keep on driving this car. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow our YouTube account, our Instagram, our Twitter. We'll bring you more cool content like this. And anyway, as always, thanks for watching.